Welcome back. All right, so while I was doing that ridiculous 2.5 hour, it took me 2.5 hours to make that power rankings video today. While I was doing that, and then I had to do the treadmill, and then I had to watch the game, there was other news that took place. So I'm going to record this video and post it tonight. Apologies for people that are like, are you serious? I'm just going to bed. But this will be quick. First off, yeah, so the NHL it's official. They're not going to the Olympics. Now, there's the chance that with everything that's going on globally, that those Olympics get pushed back. It's not likely, but it's possible that those Olympics get pushed back. And there's a lot of discussion about how safe it's going to be for the Olympic athletes and all that other wonderful stuff. But the NHL no longer is any part of it. I've seen a lot of talk about how there should be athletic boycotts. The reason that I'm not in favor of athletic boycotts is I'm not sure that those work. And we have a lot of athletes, I'm just speaking as a Canadian, there are a lot of athletes in Canada who the Olympics are their bread and butter. And so for amateur athletes, this is their chance to get their name out there. This is their chance to make some of the money back for everything that they've spent over the last 4 years, all the blood, sweat, and tears. And for Olympic athletes, unlike NHL players, they're not rich. They most of them are not going to be able to spend the rest of their lives, living off the money they made as athletes. And some of these events get absolutely no attention in Canada outside of the Olympics. So honestly, I understand why athletes are determined to go. Why it's diplomatic boycotts we're seeing and not actual athletic boycotts. Because again, for athletes, this is a once every 4 years thing, and there's no guarantee you're going to be able to go back to another Olympics, right? So I totally understand why amateur athletes will be going, and I'm completely fine with the NHLers not going. I'll still follow the hockey that gets played over there. Bobby Ryan's an example of a player who's already said, I'll go. If the NHL doesn't go, I'll go over and play. And of course, Bobby Ryan doesn't have an NHL job right now, so that could be good. And we've seen at Olympic events in the past when there aren't NHLers there, you will see some guys emerge that catch the eye of NHL general managers. So it ends up being a pretty good setup. Now, that being said, also coming out tonight, and I think it's worth me doing a video on this tonight, is the kind of stunning news coming from the mayor of Calgary that the Flames are ready to just pull the plug on the whole project. So the Calgary Flames need to replace the Saddle Dome. The Saddle Dome is not up to code, not just for NHL games. It's not going to generate the kind of revenues the NHL needs. Gary Bettman was very clear about that, and so of the ownership of the Flames. But it's having problems attracting concerts when you got this beautiful building in Edmonton, and it's not a modern enough facility. So they're going to build this brand new building, $650 million project. Apparently what they're walking away from is just disagreements with the city on who owes for what. So $9.7 million to the Flames for roadways. The city was going to pay $6.4 million for it. And it sounds like that's what the breaking point was. It's a $650 million project, and it's $9 million that they're like, we're not paying for that. So the question then comes up, like for the Calgary Flames, if they don't get a new building, they're kind of in trouble. And again, Calgary's got all kinds of fans, and it's this absolutely great market for hockey, but they need a new building. They absolutely have to get a new building. So I mean, we have heard rumors that the new mayor wasn't as behind the project as Mayor Nenshi was, but this is the Flames just saying, we're not going to pay for that and ready to pull out of the deal. And then that just throws everything into chaos. Then you're in the same situation that Ottawa is. Ottawa needs a new building, and so when's that coming around? So there are some teams that need new buildings. Of course, Arizona's looking for a setup for theirs. Ottawa, there's still LeBreton might end up being where it is. And for Calgary, I really think they've got to sit down and negotiate this with the city, or just, again, $9.7 million is a lot of money for all of us, people watching this, and for myself. But for a hockey team and for the Calgary Flames, who, as far as I can tell, the financial backing for the Flames is pretty hefty. I'm really surprised that would be the breaking point, that there's just these costs, and they're like, nope. And the mayor even saying the idea that 3% of the cost would potentially sink the whole project. 3% of the cost they're supposed to be putting up. It's something, right? So we'll see what happens with the Flames from here. But it is kind of shocking that this project is going to fall apart, and the mayor reveals it on Twitter. We'll see what the Flames say in response, right? It kind of feels like this is a, Well, the ball's in your court. Let's see how you answer, and we'll see what the Flames have to say. Because again, I don't want to see anything happen to the Calgary Flames any more than I do with the Arizona Coyotes, and that's the truth. I'd like to see the Coyotes make it work. And of course, Ottawa, the Ottawa Senators, again, all three of them need new buildings. I don't think they're the only ones, but they're the three that come to mind because they're the three that are in the news the most. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. And I will still, on the Entertainment Guy, I'll still do like Olympic videos, but I'm obviously, if the NHL is going to be playing at that point, I'll be putting most of my attention into the NHL. I remember it was 2 Olympics back where I actually took a week off of work and I got up in the middle of the night to watch Olympics. I would actually sleep during the day and get up in the middle of the night to watch the Olympics because I enjoyed it that much. And so winter games are a lot of fun. Maybe I'll record some of my favorite events and do reviews on that. Something like that. Anyways, there's time between now and then. And again, we'll see what happens and what else might change with those Olympics beyond just the NHL participation. And if something changes with that, I'll report on that on the Entertainment Guy as well. A channel that is filled with bunnies and videos that include yours truly. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for all your support. It means a lot. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.